It's the nation's favourite antiques experts.
Yeah! Super cool.
How about that?
Behind the wheel of a classic car. And a goal to scar Britain for antiques. The aim? To make the biggest profit at auction. But it's no mean feat. There'll be worthy winners.
Yes!
And valiant losers.
Blast it!
Will it be the high road to glory or the slow road to disaster? This is the Antiques Road Trip. Groovy, baby. We've got a real fight on our hands with our duelling antique experts, Natasha, Raskin, Sharp and Philip Serrell.
Do you know, I think they should have renamed Sheffield Wednesdays as Sheffield Wednesday.
Yes, they're kicking off this last leg in Yorkshire's Steel City, battling the elements in their inappropriately named Sunbeam.
One of my very favouriteest films is Sheffield.
Oh, the full Monty.
Absolutely right.
Do you think there should be an antiques road trip? Full Monty, you, Charlie Ross, Charlie Hanson, Raj Bisram, James Braxton.
No.
I think a village hall would not be big enough.
Thankfully, gentle viewer, we wouldn't be allowed to broadcast that.
You can keep your scarf on.
You're right.
Lordy. Last time, a fully clothed Phil made some rather dubious purchases.
I'm thinking of buying dinosaur poop.
But Natasha was more on note with some canny buys.
Maybe we'll make sweet music at the auction.
They've been snapping at each other's heels on this trip, with the lead changing hands on every leg.
No, that's brilliant. He said through gritted teeth.
I've got to tell you, that auction, you absolutely smacked my bottom.
Unexpectedly, it was not my intention.
Accident or not, Philip's fortunes took a hit. Though he's £73.20 up, he did lose quite a bit last time. While Natasha is on the up and up, increasing her kitty to £336.20. But with only £60 in it, it's still anybody's game.
I'm very much the underdog now, Tash. You know, I won the first road trip that we did, and it looks like you're going to win the second.
Oh, thanks. You're just saying that purely so that I look like a fool when I throw it.
Well, let's just find out, shall we? They started their trip in the east in Lincolnshire and then headed up the Pennines. They're now in South Yorkshire and will be heading west for our last auction. That final showdown takes place in St Anne's-on-Sea, but we get ready to rumble here in Sheffield. A powerhouse of the Industrial Revolution, Sheffield was the crucible for many innovations. But if there's one product that's synonymous with this mighty city, it's steel. It's been used to make everything from cutlery to battleships, but Thomas Flynn and Co. specialise in turning it into saws. Phillips held off on his shopping to find out how they do it.
You must be Phil. I'm Phil.
I'm Phil.
Phil squared.
Welcome to Thomas Flynn.
You better fill me in.
I will. Come on in.
The factory started in the 20s, and it's been in Philip Ellis's family since his grandfather bought it in 1936. But the history of the humble saw is a lot older.
Saws go back in history to virtually the caveman, where they used to make them out of flint and bone.
Yeah.
And if you go in the Cairo Museum, you can see the Egyptians had them, and the Romans certainly did. And then you sort of come to more modern times, when they discovered iron, and they improved from early metal ones.
So saws, really, they go back like thousands of years, don't they?
Oh, yes, as are most of the hand tools.
The technology has come on a long way since then, though, and saws have become more specialised for particular jobs.
It's never a saw, is it?
That's a veneer saw.
Really?
That's for cutting veneers. And if you actually look, it's curved.
You've got blades both ways.
One is a rip and one is a crosscut.
Are those different teeth?
It's slightly different teeth. One is for going across the grain, and one is for going down the grain. And that is a gent saw, which is just a lightweight saw that you would use for picture frames or something very small.
Why is it called a gent?
A gentleman's saw, because a gentleman wouldn't do hard work.
That sounds like my sort of saw, that does, doesn't it?
That is a one-man crosscut saw.
What would you use that for?
Cutting logs or pruning trees.
They're quite sharp, aren't they?
They are.
I'm going to show you something now. This is why I've never ever done manual work and why I've never ever used a saw. Can you see that scar there?
Yep.
That was a saw, did that?
I've got several myself.
We'll call that a health and safety announcement, shall we? All saws start out the same way as a coil of steel. The teeth are cut and set, then hand sharpened, and Phil's son, Christian, has this down to a fine art.
What I love about this is you're watching a man who's done this that many times, that he's sort of done about that length in the time, and in the time that it would take me, I suspect, to do one and see it. A stupid question. Did it make a difference whether you're right or left-handed?
No, I don't think so.
Stand back.
Show us how it's done, Philip.
Just one stroke on each tooth.
This is actually very therapeutic. I think I'm probably doing... I can't even see the things. I'm probably doing every other one here. I mean, you need eyesight for this, don't you?
Yeah. And practice.
Better hand it back, I think, eh?
Look at the pace you're going at.
Now that Christian's corrected our craftsman's handiwork, it's time to put it all together. This particular saw for cabinet making needs a brass back added for strength and weight, using some very specialist equipment.
Just start it off like that. And what we do is we just work it gradually along the blade.
Tell me, are these expensive?
Yes.
One walnut handle attached with custom-made brass screws, and it's ready for work.
That is a really fantastic looking thing, isn't it?
Well, I think we should do a bench test. What's your thumb, Philip?
Pull back gently just to get it started. And now push forward gently. Not downwards though. Just let the saw do the work.
It just cuts itself, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That is brilliant. I'm gonna have to do another one then. I could be here all day doing this.
That might get in the way of your shopping though, Phil. And speaking of which, our Phil's had his eye on one or two things on his guided tour.
I can feel myself going. Do you know what? I love all this stuff. And I know that this is the antiques road trip, but you hear about industrial stuff being really, really collectible, and it doesn't get any more industrial than this. I love those tins there. I don't know what the hell they're for. Phil?
Yep.
Would you be averse to me making you a very cheeky offer for some of this stuff?
You can make me a cheeky offer.
Doesn't mean he has to take it though.
What are those used for? Are they just
Work tins, just for putting
Sheffield steel work
tins?
Can I offer you a tenner for those?
Yep, yours with pleasure.
You're a shake of the hand. Thank you very much indeed.
The folding stuff.
So, I've now got my industrial lot. Natasha is going to give me so much stick for these.
Never wastes an opportunity, does our Phil. You do know it's quite a walk to your next shop, don't you? I think this could take some time. Natasha, meanwhile, has headed on, up the highway, steering the Sunbeam towards Doncaster. In 1136, the town was ceded to Scotland in a treaty that has never officially been returned to England. So, home away from home for our wee Scot lassie. Her first shop today is V&A Antiques. An auspicious name.
Oh, wow, this is huge. There's no one here. I'll just have a wee look around.
You've got the place to yourself then?
There must be somebody here.
Yeah, like who's minding the store?
Okay. Hello, I knew there must be somebody here. Hi, I'm Tasha.
Victoria.
Victoria, lovely to meet you. This place is humongous.
She'll be the V in the shop name then. This place just goes on, and it's all Victoria's stuff on show. No other dealers in here. Very handy when you're trying to strike a bargain. Let's see what we can find, eh, Tasha?
I've just seen one of my favourite patterns of all time. It's boy in the window pattern, and it's always accompanied by a pattern number, which should be on the base, and there it is, 425, which means that it's Newhall Pottery.
Newhall was the first company in Staffordshire to successfully manufacture porcelain, and many of their designs had a Chinese influence, like this one.
This was made as part of a set, of course. Everything in that set, teapot, cream jug, sugar bowl, would have had this hand-painted boy in the window pattern. Not super rare, and it's the jug. It's not the teapot, which is what it's all about. It's the jug. So, yeah, I like that. I think that's really cool. But I'm scared because I don't normally buy 18th century pottery.
How about some 19th century pottery then?
This is, I think, a disaster plate. J. Mitchell, coal owner, died January 24th, 1876. And then his tomb is surrounded by names. So the coal owner has died along with all of these men on that day in a mining disaster. It's slightly macabre. And while I'm telling you this is not my cup of tea, I did have some success earlier on in our travels with a very macabre glass.
You did indeed. Made a very tidy profit. There's no price on this plate, though.
I think that's really collectible. Yes, there's some damage, you can see cracks, but that can't be an everyday item. That's not so commonplace.
Quite a fruitful cabinet there. 2 items to think about. What else takes centre stage?
Oh, I want to make a beeline for these chairs. These are really lovely. Slap bang in the middle of what you might call the aesthetic movement, I guess, art for art's sakes. They're hall chairs, they're made of oak, they are Victorian, and they are very stylish. But the best thing for you to feast your eyes upon are these Minton tiles. Now, there are loads of Minton artists. The most regularly occurring set of initials on these tiles is MS. Yes.
They refer to John Moyer Smith, an interior designer and illustrator. He produced work for many companies, although Minton was one of his biggest clients.
They are the Shakespeare series of Minton tiles. So here you have The Merchant of Venice, and here you have Othello. Individually, these tiles are worth about £10–15. But set in the chairs, they help to age the chairs, they add style. The ticket price for these pair of oak hall chairs, £165. Super stylish.
You need to have a word with Victoria then, see if she can extract her pound of flesh from you.
Did you have a nice look around?
I did have a very good look around. I love the new hall jug. And I love something about which I know very little, which I think is a plate commemorating a disaster. Would that be right?
Yep, J. Wardle plate. It's a local plate for a mining disaster.
The jug, you have 45 on it, but the plate has no price on it.
It's £80 on the plate.
Ah, okay. Other thing that I like is a pair of beautiful chairs with the Minton tiles.
That's a combined price of £290.
Does it affect you in any way if I take all 3 items and make you an offer of 180?
190 and they're yours.
185?
Go on then.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You sure?
I can do it. I can do it.
Oh, okay, 185. Thank you so much.
So that's £50 for the plate, 30 for the jug, and 105 for those splendid chairs. Quite a performance, eh? I don't know how she'll get it all in the boot, though.
All right.
Deceptively roomy, those sunbeams. Time to make your exit. Now, Philip has parked his pallet truck and made his way to the village of Elskar. In the 18th century, a coal mine was sunk here on the Wentworth estate. An ironworks and other industries followed, and soon this little hamlet became a hive of industry, even boasting its own railway. Nowadays, it houses a heritage centre, as well as Phil's first shop of the day.
Hello, I'm Philip.
Good afternoon. Hi, Philip. I'm Carl.
Good to see you, Carl.
Nice to meet you.
This place looks absolutely huge. Well, one thing you do know is you're going to find something here.
I do hope so.
I'll be back.
Cheers. Thank you.
Yes, there's a lot to take in at the Elskar Antique Centre. Over 120 dealers parading their wares over 2 floors. Boggles the mind a bit, doesn't it?
The trouble with a centre like this is that you see something in the cabinet, and it's that massive, this place. I now can't remember where it was.
Labyrinthine is the word, I think. Maybe you should have brought a compass. Breadcrumbs. Well, at least a piece of string to let out.
Well, I absolutely love that. That's a dinosaur tooth, so let's read what it says. It's of the Pleistocene period. That's not Plasticine. Pleistocene. which is the last ice age. And it says here it's a good example of a large and complete juvenile, but it's a mammoth tooth, not a dinosaur. And it says this was found in the North Sea between 20 and 50,000 years old. That is nearly as old as me, but probably in better condition.
Nonsense, Phil. You don't look a day over Neolithic.
I think that's so cool. Look at that. They slice these through and they almost take veneers off them, and you'll find a really beautiful 18th or 19th century silver box, and it's got a veneer of mammoth tooth on the top. You know, I have to say, I've had a bit of luck with the old dinosaur stuff, haven't I, you know?
It's certainly more appealing than the doo-doos you bought last time. 158 is the asking price. You need to consult Carl. Carl? Carl!
I love your mammoth tooth.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
Absolutely love it. I think at auction that's going to make £100 to £200.
Yes.
Which means I've got to try and borrow off you 50, 60 quid really if I can. That's
Well,
made you cough, isn't it?
I can phone the dealer, Philip,
Yeah.
but I'm not holding out a great deal of hope at that kind of discount.
No.
But I'll do our best.
And that's all we can ask, Carl. Best dive back into those cabinets, eh, Phil?
I'm like 60 or 70 pounds behind Natasha. So, I really got to focus here. I wonder if she's having a tougher time as I am.
Well, let's find out, shall we? She's currently arriving at Wentworth, only a couple of miles away, and another set of estate buildings that have been repurposed. Let's see if Wentworth Arts, Crafts and Antiques can tempt her to part with some of her remaining £151.
The market right now is watches. In fact, people always ask us, where should I spend my money? And at the moment, I say watches or whiskey, because these are beautiful luxury commodities, and I would love to buy an Omega watch. That's the dream. But there's one right there, one that I like, a DeVille, and £390.
I think you might need to wind this up and look for something cheaper. And time is marching on. What have you got there?
Papier-mâché snuff box, inscribed with the intriguing question, take a pinch. And this decoration, it's just a little transfer, but I'm amazed that it has kept its, gold shine, because can you imagine how many times that's been rubbed by a sweaty palm? And on the papier-mâché, which isn't always a survivor, but has done really well.
They're quite collectible things. Just ask Phil. He did very well on one earlier in the trip.
Take a pinch, take a punt.
No price on that. But our trusty dealers, Faye and Dave, are sure to have an amount in mind.
Okay, so check it out. What do you think?
Okay. What's it say on there?
Take a pinch.
Take a pinch.
No, it says, sorry, you can have me for £3. That's what it says.
Right.
So come on, I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Now, ain't it funny? I can see 15 on there.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
And that is the very, 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 very best price. There's no movement on that.
14.
£14. Let's shake hands.
Thank you very much.
Faye, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Neil.
I think that's just a cute little thing.
Well, that was very straightforward. Another little objet to add to her collection. So that's our girl done for the day. And a bit easier to fit in the car, that one. Back up the road, Philip is still on the hunt. Carl's had a chat with the owner of that mammoth tooth, and the lowest he'll go is £90, which is cheap. Now, is there anything in Carl's own collection that floats Phil's boat?
Carl, I quite like your enamel signs, but these are like way out of my price league.
They're very colourful.
They're fantastic. And how much is Hall's distemper?
That's £540.
I'm not surprised. And Fry's pure breakfast cocaine.
We're going up and up, Phil. That's nearly £2
I've got good taste, haven't I?
But not the means to back it up, sadly. Anything more cut price, Carl?
We've got a nice Wills Woodbine.
Yeah. Does it carry a wealth warning or a health warning? That's quite nice. It's like a flag sign, isn't it?
It is. It's double-sided.
Yeah.
And it's in good condition.
Because most of these are battered to hell and back, aren't they?
Yeah.
So how old's this?
It's got to be pre-war, hasn't it?
Yeah. I quite like that. See, if I bought that and the tooth, what would the two be?
This is 190. My absolute best is 100 and...
I like that, thank you very much.
£60.
You can almost hear the little grey cells fizzing, can't you?
Take 150 and I'll shake your hand.
There it is.
Thank you.
Thank you, Philip.
So that's £90 for the big tooth and a very generous £60 for that enamel sign. Good man, Carl.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Philip. Thank you very much.
Right. On to the next.
But not until tomorrow. Now it's time to have a catch-up on the day's events.
I've been building up to say this, Tash.
Yeah?
Today, I've been feeling a little sore.
But you can get cream for it. It's nice that one person laughs at his jokes, isn't it? Nighty-night. Morning all. Back in Sheffield. Still chucking it down.
The sunbeams of my heart have faded. The rain reflects my emotions. Phil, we're breaking up. We're splitting up.
This is it. This is a dear John and dear Phil. This is our last day's shopping.
Cheer up, you two. There's still a way to go yet. Yesterday, Philip didn't hang about, procuring an enamel sign, a mammoth tooth, and some industrial tins.
Natasha is going to give me so much stick for these.
That little lot leaves him with £113.20 in his pocket. Natasha really went for it as well, picking up a snuff box, a disaster plate, a milk jug, and a pair of hall chairs.
Super stylish.
She's now got £137 and that all-important 20p for today's shenanigans.
You going to spend it all?
No. You're just trying to push me towards a strategy.
Self-destruction.
Yeah. But what if I win? Will you forgive me?
It's just unthinkable, though.
Fighting talk, eh? Later, it'll be crunch time at that St Anne's auction, but we start today in Sheffield once more. Location of the Sheffield Antique Centre, which seems logical.
Blimey O'Reilly. I brought the weather with me. I'm Philip, how are you?
Morning, Philip. I'm Danny. Welcome to Sheffield Antique Centre.
And this is?
That's Alfie. He's the governor. I have to run everything by Alf.
I'll go and get a dog biscuit. Catch you in a minute.
It's amazing the number of dogs that run antique shops, isn't it? Phil's got the run of the place this morning, and it's piled high with sweet vintage and antique treats. Oh, don't mind if I do. An orange one. Lovely.
Do you know what? I like those blooming gym stool things. Rein yourself in.
Go on, Phil, you know you want to.
I swore I wouldn't do this. I've never seen anything like these. I've seen lots of vaulting horses and pommel horses and that sort of thing. And they're quite trendy. So, how old are these? What they made of? Well, this is suede. And this is probably something like beech, been varnished. And in terms of date, I can see the 1950s carry-on film, you know? Kenneth Williams and Barbara Windsor vaulting over them. What would you do with them? I mean, perhaps cut them down to that level there. So you've got a pedestal that you can actually use. And then with the bottom bit, I think with a glass top, they'd make. You've heard this before.
All together now.
A really cool coffee table. You know what? I kind of think you'd be disappointed with me if I didn't buy these, wouldn't you? In for a penny, in for a pound.
Speaking of which, they're not priced up. Ha! Let's go and find out the damage.
Danny, I think you've got a great centre here.
Thank you.
Really cool things, but I fell in love with your gym stalls.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I used to be a PE teacher. What are you laughing at? It's true.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see him. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I'd love to have a go at them. How much are they?
Well, I wanted 100 quid. I wanted 100 quid, but I'll try and help you. I'll try and help you. The best on them, 75 quid.
Can I give you 70 quid for the two and I'll have them?
70 quid?
Come on, shake me hand quick.
70
Come on,
quid?
shake me hand quick, quick, quick.
Go on, Em.
Oh, you're a star. Do you know what? I'm really pleased with those. I just really, really hope they don't get me to demonstrate what you do on them.
We'll use our imagination, Phil.
Thank you.
£70, deal done. And while he vaults off, let's see where Natasha's got to. She's made her way to the outskirts of Sheffield, at Whirlow, and down to the woods. Our Tasha's fond of rummaging through stuff to find hidden treasures, so a spot of mushroom foraging should be right up her alley. She'll be getting some guidance from self-professed mycophile and all-round fun guy, Patrick Harding.
Seems like a fine day for foraging.
Oh, welcome to sunny Sheffield.
Thank you very much for having me along. So should we just grab a basket?
Yes, you can have the pretty one, which my daughter brought me.
Okay, I'll follow you, Patrick.
See what we can find.
Thanks.
Brilliant.
The right to forage was enshrined in law in this country by the Charter of the Forest, drawn up about the time of the Magna Carta. However, we Brits are still more frightened of fungi than our continental cousins. But with TV chefs popularising wild food and foraging on the rise, Patrick's keen to dispel some of the myths.
What's the difference between a mushroom and a toadstool?
In the past, definitely people thought of mushrooms as being edible and good, toadstools as being poisonous or hallucinogenic. And there's such a wonderful history about the hallucinogenic ones. If we go to America, the Aztecs, they made use of so-called magic mushrooms. If we go to Siberia, they were into the red and white fly agaric. The shamans there made huge use of them for healing.
Now, is that a mushroom right there?
Well, it's probably more a toadstool.
What makes me want to walk straight past it, never think of picking it, because I'd assume that it's poisonous? Are most mushrooms poisonous?
Actually not.
No?
Less than 10% are poisonous. Probably about 10% or so are edible and good. The rest are in between. They're inedible, but they're not poisonous. But actually, you'd be right with this one. It's called the beechwood sickener, and this only grows with beech trees. But you'd need a lot of toilet paper if you ate that one.
Well, we'll not be having that for lunch then. It's always wise to have an expert with you when mushroom hunting to avoid the nasty ones. And seasoned foragers like Patrick can also use their local knowledge and attuned senses to point you to the really good stuff.
Let's see whether my little vibes will tell us anything in this area, because this is where in the past... Oh, hang on a minute. Let's have a wee look.
Oh, I can see one.
Whoa, yes! I'm a happy bunny.
So what have we found then?
Almost certainly it's a penny bun, as we used to call it. We now use the French word cep, porcini, as the Italians call them, because they look like little baby pigs. If it is, it's one of the most highly valued edible mushrooms above ground in Europe, and I just love them. How about you guessing it?
Oh, are you sure?
Oh, come on.
Pressure's on.
Yeah. Ease the knife down to the bottom very carefully so that you're actually bringing up the whole specimen. The reason that's important is one or two of our most poisonous fungi actually come out of a little cup. And if you leave that behind, then identification is so difficult. Brilliant. Oh, what a beauty.
At that. That is a serious beauty.
And more to the point, yes, the thing about the set is it doesn't have any gills.
No, there are no gills.
It's like a bathroom sponge underneath. Oh, that is good eating.
It's a goodie.
It is a goodie.
Oh, exciting. Thank you for letting me do that.
And after that success, I think we should get out of the rain and retire to the warmth of Patrick's kitchen. Let's get their prize porcini into a pan.
Oh, smell. After you.
I'm so excited. I love mushrooms, any form of mushrooms, so here we go.
Oh, you are my friend.
I think that's a winner, Patrick.
Tastes delicious, Patrick. Thank you so much.
I don't think there'll be mushroom for dessert then.
Cheers.
While Natasha's been snacking, Philip is making his way to Nottinghamshire for our last shop of this trip in Mansfield. With only £43.20 left to his name, can he come up with the goods in the Victoria Antique Centre? There's still time for one last browse, and there's a fair bit to get through. 8,500 square feet's worth. What takes your fancy, Philip?
Little bits of silver aren't really made, but that's quite nice. Look, now that is a little Vesta, and normally the top flips open, you take a match out and you strike it, but with this one, look, you push that side in and it just opens up for you. That's another piece of Victorian silver. And that's just got a nice little shape to it. Probably a table salt or something like that. That's a piece of modern silver, assayed in London. Have a look at the name on the bottom of that. Goldsmiths and Silversmiths Company. They're in Regent Street. It's a little silver pill box, and that on the bottom's probably worth more than the box.
That's quite a little hoard you've collected there, Phil, and not a price on any of it. Oh, look, our little stuffed mushrooms also turned up in Mansfield. No lavatory paper. A slightly healthier £137 burning a hole in her pocket. Let's get to work.
I see rusty old tins and I think of Phil. But you can't out Serrell. I've learned that.
Very true. Although he seems to be channeling Margie Cooper at the moment with all that silver. Let's consult dealer Jeff.
Now, I'll fish these 3 bits out of your cabinet. Now, I'm going to be absolutely truthful with you. I don't know what these prices are, but I'm going to give you every penny I got and see if you'll take it.
No, certainly not. You're getting warmer.
Come on, Phil. Some of us have homes to go to.
I've got £43 and 20 pence. I do not have £43 and 21 pence. That's all I've got. If you can do it, I'd love to buy all 3.
All right, Philip.
Really?
Yes.
You're a scholar,
yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed.
And with every penny spent, I'd say his shopping is over. All down to you now, Tasha.
Oh, do you know what the worst thing about doing this programme is? It's that so regularly you find items that you think could make a profit on the show, but that you want for your house. And I have been looking for ages for a 1970s peacock chair, made of wicker, bamboo. This one's quite cool because it's got the black intertwining and the checkerboard sort of design on it. The thing is Philip Serrell right behind me? I can hear you.
How you doing, lovely? All right.
Do you love peacock chairs? Do you want it for your bedroom?
I'm going to pass on that one.
Okay.
Do you want it for yours?
Oh yeah, 100%. It's 45. Will Jeff sell it to me for 20?
If you can buy it for 20, it's cheap.
Can you lend me a fiver?
I'll lend you it. Of course I will. You've got more money than me. How dare you? That really is trying it on, that is.
Plus, the fact that he's skint. And, Tasha, you're buying for auction, not for your boudoir. Where's Jeff?
Peacock chair with £45 on it. Would you dare to sell it to me for £20?
Yeah, seeing it's you, Natasha.
Jeff, you like me?
Oh, I don't dislike you.
Guess what? I like you. That's amazing.
Jeff, what have you done? You've been sucking in by that smile, lad.
Phil, do you want to see something cool?
Go on, have
See that £45 price tag? I'm just going to hand 20 to Jeff. Just 20.
Thanks, Jeff.
And with that sweet deal, we're all done here. Now, the final auction beckons.
All done?
Oh, it's still raining.
Do you want to piggyback?
Yeah, Phil, my
Hop on.
shoes are a bit fancy
Hop
for
on.
this. Are you ready?
Yeah. Right, are you ready for this? I'm not going to take you all the way, you know.
This is... That was weird. I liked it. But you've
Go on.
saved my shoes.
Who says chivalry's dead, eh? Let's head off for some shut-eye. We made it to the West Coast for our last chance to sell. How's everybody feeling?
Philip Serrell, I'm nervous.
I'm nervous, but I'm sad because it's our last auction.
Don't be sad. Let the adrenaline pump. This is auction time. Final chance to make some money.
I'm going to try and make up 70 quid here. I think I'm going to disappear in a dinosaur.
Whatever that means. We did some circuits around Sheffield on this leg, and now we've arrived at St Anne's-on-Sea for our battle royale. Gerard's auction room is our arena, although the fight may spill out onto the internet. Natasha stumped up £219 on her 5 auction lots.
That's really sweet, isn't it? That just take a pinch. I think that's really, really lovely. And I can see that really appealing to a snuff collector. And as we know, snuff boxes do okay on this trip, don't they?
Philip's gone all in, spending his entire £273.20, also on 5 lots.
Given that this is our very last auction, I understand why Phil has bought these tin trays. It's his last chance to be as Philip Serrell.
Tin trays?
As Philip Serrell as they come.
Listen, they're cool, aren't they?
There's something, yeah.
Now. Let's have the impartial opinion of Jonathan Cook, our gavel wielder for today.
I think my favourite item is the mammoth tooth. I think it's great. Natural history, 20,000, 30,000 years old. Great for any paleontologist out there who wants a bit of history. The peacock chair, not a great fan of this one. It's not going to fit in most houses. Nobody's really going to want it. I can't see it doing anything, really.
Time for the moment of truth, then. Sit yourselves down and we'll begin.
What do you think?
I think it's catch-up time.
You feeling confident?
No.
Let's start off with his least Serrell lot, the assorted silver.
£60 online at £60. Any advance on 60? At £60.
Phil, you're straight in at 60.
Any advance on 5 now at £65. 70 online at £70.
Blimey, that's
Any
right.
advance on 70? And 5 new bid at 75. Any advance on 75?
Happy days.
80 on the internet at 85 in the room. Gents bid at 85. Any advance on 85?
Little vest is lovely.
At £85.
Kitching.
High five, well done, my man.
Pleased with that.
Yes, a very nice profit to get us going.
I'm catching up.
Indeed you are. Now, will Natasha's papier-mâché box be up to snuff?
14 on the internet, 16, 18.
Oh.
At £18 will sell. 20 now, and 2. At £22.
Come on, a wee bit more.
Any advance? 22, 24, 26. At £26. Any advance? 28. At 30. At £30 online at 30. We'll sell away at £30. All finish, all sure.
That's okay, that's a good profit. Not as good as your profit, but it's all right.
Yeah, £16 isn't to be sniffed at.
I think that was just enough for that. Do you see what I did then? You see what I did? Just that's a snuff
Yeah,
for that.
yeah.
Just checking.
Got it.
A career in comedy awaits Phil. Let's carry on with his vaulting stools.
£40, any advance on 42, 44 and 6. At 46, 48, 50. At £50, any advance on 5 now at 55, 60. At £60, any advance on 60 and 5. At 65 in the room, any advance at £65. Gents bid at 65.
That's a shame.
Didn't leap to the heights he was hoping for.
Do you ever think about the people bidding at home? Glass of wine, plate of biscuits.
Yeah.
They're so chill.
Well, they could be 3 o'clock in the morning in Australia or something.
I
couldn't
know.
More chairs now. Natasha's tile jobs.
Bids at £30 and 2, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. At £40
Oh, stop
and
it,
2,
£40,
44,
that's stupid.
46, 48, 50, 5. At 55, 65. At 75.
Oh, keep going.
80 online and 5 at £85.
Come on,
90
90.
and 5.
Come on.
At 95, £100.
Yes, one more.
Any advance on 100?
Oh, come on.
At £100. Any advance in the room? 100.
And another £5 loss on some seats. Oh dear.
Gosh darn it.
Ooh, she's peeved. Now, has Phil bitten off more than he can chew with his mammoth molar?
I've got £60 and 5 and 70. At £70. Any advance? 5, 80, 5, 90, 5. At 95, 110. At 110. Any advance? 120 now. At £120. Any advance on 120?
Oh, Bill, I think that the truth has done it.
We can definitely see the wisdom in that purchase.
This is going right to the wire, isn't it?
Chair lot number 3 now, the height of 1970s sophistication.
£20 on the internet. Any advance on 20? 22 now. New bid at 22. In the room at 22. Any advance on £22? At £22.
Oh, what happened to the internet?
£22.
A modest profit. Not doing much to keep your lead though, is it?
So it just washed its face, hasn't it?
Phil's factory tins now. If these make a profit, it'll be a sore point.
Try 10. £10 bid. 12. At £12, 14, 16, 18 and £18. Any advance on 18? My right at £18. Any advance?
Well, it's a small
At
profit, isn't
£18,
it?
then we'll sell. All finished. £18.
Philip, well done. But I thought 40 to 50.
Well, lucky for you, that didn't happen.
Profit's better than a loss.
Profound insights there. Tasha's boy in the window jug next.
At £18, any advance? 20. Ladies bid at £20. In the centre at 20. And 2 now. Online at 22. 24.
Go on, internet.
26. 28.
Go on.
At £28.
Go on.
Any advance? 30. And 2.
Oh, yeah.
At £32. Ladies bid at 32. In the room at 32. All finished at 32.
It's funny, isn't it? Everyone just drops out at a certain price.
Another tiny profit. This fight is getting rather close.
I always say I'm not competitive. Look at the state of me. I'm like this.
Not much.
Phil's last lot is rather fine enamel sign.
Bids at £30, 32, 34 and 6, 38, 40 and 2, at 42, 44 and 6, 48, 50 I've got, at £50 and 5 and 60, at £60 any advance 5 and 70, at £70 and 5, 80, £80 and 5, 90, at 90 with me any advance at £90, at £90.
You have to be chuffed with that.
I am.
I bet you are. Definitely puts you on terms with Tash.
It's got to be even Stevens, hasn't it?
Or thereabouts.
So it all comes down to this. Her mining disaster plate. Hold your breath.
14 on the internet at £14, any advance. Looking for 16, 16 bid at £16, any advance on 16.
This is so rare.
18, at 18 and 20 now, at £20, any advance on 20. At £20, are we all done?
That's a chunky loss.
Bad luck, old girl. That is a shame. But has Philip done enough to clinch it?
Oh, I don't know. I can't tell.
Come on, let's go and find out.
OK, we need a calculator. Let's go. Pronto.
It's all right. I've got one here. Natasha started out with £336 and 20 pence, but after auction costs, she made a loss, bringing her final tally to £284 and 48p. But Philip pulled it off. He made, after sale room fees, a profit of £36 and 76p. That means he's got £309 and 96 pence and wins the trip. But only by about £25. Well done, that man. All those profits go to children in need. And after all that excitement, it's time we said our farewells.
Do you know what I'm really
Phil.
looking forward to?
What's that?
The next one.
The next one. Do you think you and I would do it again?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Rematch or just for fun?
Just for fun. Just for fun.
Yeah.
It's not goodbye, then. Let's just say au revoir, you crazy kids.
Mama told me you better shop around.
Where do I start? Where do I start?
You better shop around.
I thought there was a lady stood there.
Try to get yourself a bargain, girl.
Very best price.
I'm thinking of buying dinosaur poo.
I don't know what's going on, Phil. Have I lost my mojo? Yay! It's a heavy beast.
What a blocker. That was harsh. Don't want to know it.
Hold on, are you okay? I know it's not your size.
Thanks, you two. A great trip.
You better shop around.
They came from the four corners of the earth. The mightiest gladiators from Great Britain, Finland, America, and Russia. Together for the first time in history, united to accept the challenge of the international champion contenders in a battle that would decide who is the best in the world.
presenters, Mike Adamley and John Fashanu.
From the National Indoor Arena in Birmingham, England, welcome to International Gladiators. Along with English football star John Fashanu, I'm Mike Adamley. Glad you could join us for a very special occasion.
So let's meet tonight's finalists, who are...
For the women from the United Kingdom, Great Britain, the current champion. She won it just weeks ago. Her name, Eunice Huthart.
And from the USA, Kim Tyler.
Eunice, you have been in this spot many, many times before. And I know, underneath that smile and that grin, there are a bundle of nerves boiling.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. But what you got to do is just learn the control, learn how to focus, and you get through the competition with some kind of enjoyment out of it as well.
Tonight's slate of events, are they going to favor you, do you think?
I don't think about that. I just take every event as it comes. I don't think what it did in it last time. As my trainer, Alfie Lewis, always says, you're only as good as your last competition. This is going to be my last competition, so I've got to prove how good I am.
Eunice Huthart, best of luck. Go get him.
Kim, I know myself what it's like, obviously being a sportsman. I know that the tension and the pressure, you can either freeze or you can go right the way through. How do you feel yourself?
Well, actually, John, I work pretty well under pressure. I've been competing since, junior high, and I use my headsets backstage to loosen me up, and I just try and stay focused and just keep my mind on what I'm doing, and that seems to work for me.
Great stuff. Off you go, Kim. Get yourself ready. Kim Tyler from the USA.
All right, let's meet tonight's men's finalist, the current British Gladiator champion, London police officer Paul Field.
And from the USA, 2 Scoops Wesley Berry.
Paul, welcome once again to a spot that you have stood in many times before. You know, a lot of people who watch Gladiators will look at this as a competition, a direct confrontation between you and Wesley, but it's really not that way for a contender, is it?
That's right. You've got to actually compete against the Gladiators. You only have a head-to-head on the Eliminator, but the whole way through, you've got different Gladiators, different events. You've got to really be skilled at all of them.
What about tonight's slate of events? Do they favor the kind of skills that you possess?
Most of them are strong power events, and I think that's the sort of person I am, strong, powerful, and fast.
Paul, best of luck this evening in the grand final. Paul Field from Great Britain.
2 Scoops, you're nearly there. 2 tickets around the world. If you win, who are you going to go with?
What I'm going to do is cash in one of them. The other one, I'm going to hold a little raffle in my neighborhood and hope that I can send some kid around the world to experience what I have experienced here in Birmingham.
Good. Now, since you've been on the International Gladiators, you've always had a rap for us. Have you got one for us, the final? Something special?
I always keep a little something special, but to all the kids out there, to all the kids, you must stay in school if you want to be cool, because if you drop out of school, you'll be a fool. So just keep your mind straight, educate your mind, and then education, you will be found. Stay in school.
Wesley 2 Scoops Berry from the USA.
Well, Wesley's done rapping. Now you can start clapping. Event number 1 in our international grand finals set to come. It is Skytrack. In the yellow uniform in the outside lane from America, Kim Tyler. On the inside from Great Britain, pride and joy of Liverpool, Eunice Huthart. For the Gladiators, the team of Lightning and Jazz. Over to our international referee, Larry Thompson.
America and Great Britain, are you ready? Gladiators, are you ready?
Again, Skytrack is straight race over this figure 8 course.
2, 1.
Our grand championship underway. Eunice Huthart, quick out of the blocks, explosive.
Into the first corner and accelerating away from the competition.
Both our contenders are Who will reach the finish line first? This could be close. Right now, it appears to be Eunice. Eunice wins it. Kim gets 5 for finishing second. Look at Adrian Sullivan there to support Kim Tyler. She lost last week to Eunice Huthart. Watch how close lightning comes to detonating Kim.
Eunice makes her mark by winning the first event.
After one event in the women's competition, Kim Tyler of the USA 5, Eunice Huthart of Great Britain 10. The men are ready to put the pedal to the metal in Skytrack in the outside lane in the blue uniform. From America, Wesley, 2 scoops, Berry. On the inside lane in the red from Great Britain, Paul Field. For the Gladiators, the team of Wolf and Sabre. International referee Larry Thompson.
Well, normally Wolf rides with Nitro. This makes a change to go with Sabre.
One thing's for sure, John, that all of our Gladiators are bound and determined to make our 2 contenders earn every single point. The Grand Championship.
Paul Field, the Watford policeman, I bet he wishes he had a blue light on his car. And they're off. Paul on the inside lane making good progress. And leaving those Gladiators trailing.
It is clear that Wesley and Paul have turned it up an extra notch for this Grand Championship. This one is going to go down to a wire.
Paul Field, the Watford policeman, in hot pursuit of Wesley. And it's close. It's going to be a photo finish.
Wesley Berry in the blue uniform wins it by the narrowest of margins.
Yes, 2 scoops takes the first event in the Grand Championship.
After one event in the men's final, Paul Field from Great Britain, 5. Wesley Berry from the USA, 10.
Next event, Gauntlet.
And first into the gauntlet, full-time mother and kickbox champion from Liverpool, Eunice Huthart, 5'7" and 10 stone. And to get into the internationals, Mike, she beat Karen Sampi in the domestic final in the most exciting eliminator, which either of them could have won. It was tense.
Boy, it looked electric, John. I'm sorry I missed it. To get to tonight's Grand Championship, Eunice beat Russia's Olga Dudnik and then America's Adrian Sullivan, and even took the measure of Jet in her specialty event, Hang Tough.
First up is Eunice Huthart from Great Britain. And she'll be facing Ice, Lightning, Flash, Jazz, and the deadly Nightshade. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! John, I've seen a lot of female contenders before, but I'm not sure I've ever seen one that likes to scrap and fight and claw as much as Eunice Huthart. Look at her, she is going wild!
And she goes at the ice with her pick and takes her on, straight onto Lightning.
I thought Ice was going to take Eunice's head off with that ramrod, trying to get by Flash here. Flash pinning her down. She is a whirling dervish in there, is Eunice Huthart.
She loves a fight and takes it to Jazz and Nightshade and through.
In 21.1 seconds, she'll get 5 points. And what is she doing now? Hey, she is going back after Ice before John Anderson is able to restrain her.
Well, what was that all about?
Calm down.
John Anderson reading the riot act to her, Mike. What was that all about then?
Here's what it's all about. Eunice took exception to Ice going high and then slapped Ice in the face. No call for that, though.
You said it. She's a scrapper.
Just over 21 seconds. You got yourself your 5 points. Tell me, we're in the final. You've done this before. How much harder is it?
Yeah, well, it is harder. You're against top-class athletes out there. I just thought there was a bit of something untoward out there, so I lost my cool a little. I shouldn't have. I apologise.
At the start, looked like she was trying to out-psych you.
No, just a bit of bantering, that's all. I apologise.
Good sportsmanship. Let's hear it for Eunice Huthart.
points.
Eunice needs to harness that emotion and channel it into positive energy if she's to have any chance against Kim Tyler, the 1993 American champion, John.
Here's how she shapes up. 5'6", 10 stone 5. Let's look at some of the events that brought her here to the final. Even in Powerball, she drags them along with her. Whether on the floor or in the air, she is tremendous.
Kim beat Lena Gerasimova in the prelims from Russia and then Pirjo Laitila from Finland in the semifinals.
Even in pursuit, being chased by Jet, she manages a flick-flack as she takes the winning tape.
Kim Tyler has the capacity to make things look easy. In college at Ohio State University, Kim, a great track and field athlete, her specialty the long jump. She would like to hurdle a few of these gladiators here inside the gauntlet.
Straight past ice and into lightning. This is fast.
Lightning giving her a go on the flash here.
Straight through and meets Jazz. Could be a fast time, Mike.
And Jazz slowing her up, slowing her down almost completely. Now Nightshade. Kim gets through her time, 23.2 seconds. She gets 5 points.
Congratulations. Does it get any easier?
No, not at all, but it gets a lot more fun, I guess. I kind of like the physical contact, so I'm enjoying myself, believe it or not.
Well done. 23 seconds. You got yourself 5 points.
After 2 events in the women's competition, Kim Tyler of the USA 10, Eunice Huthart of Great Britain 15.
Next into the gauntlet, Paul Field, our 1994 champion, police officer and Winter Olympic athlete. 6 foot and 14 stone. His lower body strength from pushing the bobsleigh has proved to be a winning factor in bringing him to the finals.
And to get here tonight, he beat Phil Campbell in the domestic final and then bumped off Russia's Stas Shostak and America's Kyler Storm in international competition. Even terminated the Terminator in his favorite event, Hang Tough. And few people will forget his performance in the Eliminator when he beat Kyler, coming from behind in dramatic fashion, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. It was something special.
And from Great Britain, it's Paul Fields. And he's going to be facing a Sabre, Trojan, the Terminator, the Hawk, and Saracen. Over to John Anderson.
And let's see if all those hours of pushing that bobsleigh will get him by this quintet of angry gladiators.
Perhaps he should have brought his bobsleigh with him, Mike.
3, 2, 1.
The Magnificent Five, he attacks Sabre.
Takes him straight on as well.
And Trojan doing a great job with the gloves. Terminator, easy to get past. And Hawk has got his prey covered.
Now only Saracen with that ramrod. Paul has done it in under 20 seconds. He's got 10.
Congratulations. Paul, tell me, at the start, John Anderson blows his whistle. What goes through your mind?
Fear. There's 5 big men out there. All I think about is getting through them, you know, trying to go round and keep low. Everything goes out to plan. As soon as you hit the first one, everything goes.
Well, you did very well. 19 seconds, 10 points!
For sure he's focused, and for sure he has to be against Wesley 2 Scoops Berry, 6 foot and just under 13 stone. This professional footballer from California has fast feet, fast hands, and a combination of both when he's breakdancing to celebrate his victories.
And to get here tonight, 2 Scoops took the measure of Russia's Andrei Akulov in the prelims and then Phil Norman in the semis. Nothing seems to faze this man. Always keeps his sunny side up. Also knows how to come from behind like Paul Field, as he did against Phil Norman to get here tonight. 2 Scoops.
Contender, ready! Gladiators, ready!
John, I've seen 2 Scoops in this event in America.
3,
Wait till you see him fly. He's unbelievable.
I'm ready. Here he goes, and he flies past Sabre. Goodbye, Trojan, and straight through the Terminator.
It's like trying to tackle smoke. He's so quick, First you have him, and then he's gone. He's gone to the 2. 9.8 seconds. He's got 10 points. Whoa, baby, that was unreal.
That was fantastic. Look at him go. It's as if, really, they're not there. They seem to be baffled by his speed and his amazing alertness. Great agility, ducks and dives. That was worth coming for.
Wesley, that is one of the fastest times I have ever seen, and I'm sure everybody there has ever seen. 9 seconds, 10 points!
This man is so fast, the cameraman's having a job keeping up with him. And Adrian's on her feet.
After 2 events in this men's final, Paul Field from Great Britain, 15. Wesley Berry of the USA, 20.
Well, that's the end of part 1. But don't go away, because you can see some more exciting action on the International Gladiators!
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena. Our international grand finals continue. Event number 3, the wall. And our women will start things off. They are harnessed up and set to climb. From Great Britain, Eunice Huthart. Chasing her up the wall will be Ice Ice Baby. Her opponent, Kim Tyler from the USA, she's set to climb. On her tail will be the one, the only Jet. Over to referee John Anderson.
America and Great Britain, you will go on my whistle. Gladiators,
remember the gauntlet, no love lost between
3,
Ice and
2,
Eunice.
1.
I think Ice will be hot in her tail.
Right now, Kimberly with the slight edge, but Eunice right there. Here come the Glads.
And Kimberly seems to have slowed up now.
Yeah, Jet's kicked in the afterburners. About to pull her off.
And Ice is on Eunice's case. She's got a piece of ankle. Now Eunice has got to hang on, but not for long.
Kim's still up there.
I think it's only a matter of time. It's a long, long wait. But Jet will pull her off. There she goes.
Finally gets the job done with that scissors hold.
And see how Jet climbs up the body and uses the overhang to lever her off the wall.
After 3 events in this women's final, Kim Tyler of the USA, 10. Eunice Huthart of Great Britain, 15. Our men have their sights set on the summit, 32 feet above them. For Great Britain, Paul Field. He will be chased up the wall by American Gladiator Hawk. Wesley Berry of the USA, trailing him, chasing him will be Hunter. Over to international referee John Anderson.
America and Great Britain, you will go on my whistle. Gladiators, you will go on Larry's whistle.
Paul gets the more favorable draw here in terms of Gladiators. Hunter much more adept than Hawkster at climbing the wall.
Well, the story will unfold as here come the Gladiators.
Both Wes and Paul looking good so far. Hunter has made up a lot of ground, however. Paul Field has made it. He's got 10.
Oh, how unlucky. Hunter jumps up and grabs a piece of Wesley, depriving him of 5 points. And Hunter, in a leap of faith, grabs 1 piece of 2 scoops.
Well done, Paul. You seem to like coming up the wall.
I wanted this one. I'm now in the lead. That's where I'm going to stay, man. In the lead.
Well done, Paul. You got yourself 10 points.
Hunter, whether it's poleaxe or the wall, Wesley Berry always seems to bring the best out in you.
Well, climbing's my thing, and I knew I was going against this guy today, so I had 2 extra scoops of porridge for breakfast.
Well, 2 extra scoops. He's borrowing 1 out of your page, Wesley.
Hey, I don't feel bad. Like I said, I came in to do a job. It ain't over till it's over, so keep on watching the telly and you'll see the 2 scoops smiling.
This one belongs to the Hunter, however. Nicely done. Hunter and Wesley in the wall. After 3 events in the men's competition, Wesley Berry of the USA 20, Paul Field of Great Britain 25.
Next event, Powerball, the women up first, and Eunice Huthart. No question about it. Gladiators has changed her life and her daughter Carly's.
At the start of this, my daughter, right, Carly, she's only 3 years old. She was in awe of all the gladiators. It was like, and the cheerleaders as well. After the first show, it was, oh, Mum, did you talk to Nightshade? Yeah, you know, and so on, stuff like that. And as it's gone on, she'll be eating her dinner going, if I eat all my dinner, I'll grow up to be like Nightshade or Jet or whoever it was she was talking about. And the other day we were having breakfast and she just said out the blue, Mummy, I want to grow up to be like you. And man, lad, it was the sweetest thing on earth. My eyes filled up now, it all tingles all down my back. And like Gladiators has given me that, so I really appreciate that.
Eunice Huthart for Great Britain will be using the red balls. And from the USA, Kim Tyler, she'll be using the blue. And guarding those 5 baskets are our international gladiators, Ice, Flash and Jet.
Ice from the USA, Flash from Finland, and if you need me to tell you where Jet comes from, you must have been out of the country for a couple of years.
Over to Larry Thompson.
Great Britain and America, are you ready? Gladiators, are you ready?
John, that story Eunice told about her daughter Carly and the Gladiators pulled on my heartstrings.
Certainly mine too. This show can really change your life.
All right, here we go. The American champion versus the British champion.
And on the first 2 attempts on the basket, both girls unsuccessful.
Kim struggling and gets double team, triple team practically.
Outnumbered anyway. Here comes Eunice.
She now gets the double team treatment as Kim goes down hard, courtesy of Ice.
Eunice sidesteps, oh, misses the basket. So does Kimberly.
They can't seem to buy one. Here comes Eunice finally. Finally breaks the ice. That one rolls off the cylinder.
That was close.
We're under 20 seconds.
Kimberly makes the big decision, but throws it away.
It is clear the attrition rate of the prelims, the semis, the 3 events prior to this one have really taken their toll. Kim finally does score to even things up at 2.
We're out of time here. It's 2 apiece.
Kim and Eunice thankful it's all over.
Whoa, that was right. Yeah.
Eunice was brought down, so this wouldn't have counted, but she misses the basket anyway.
Congratulations, girls. Eunice, how did you find it?
Oh, it's tough. It's just getting tougher and tougher as it goes on, but I just love these contact games.
Were you expecting to score any points, bearing in mind it's the final?
I don't expect anything. I just go out to do my job. If I don't get it, the Gladiators are doing their job better than me. If I do get it, I do my job better than the Gladiators. So I scored 1 basket, so if they're aiming to stop me, I made it, man.
Well done, Eunice. You got yourself 2 points. Kim, you picked the Gladiators on their best day. They were something special today, weren't they?
Oh yeah, naturally so, because it is the final. So I don't expect them to cut us any slack, which is good. They were doing their job today. It was much harder than semis or prelims, so it's getting a little bit tougher, just as Eunice said. But I too like the physical contact, so I enjoyed myself out there.
Well done, you got yourself 2 points. Well done, girls. Magnificent performance. First of all, Ice, you were fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You know, we're in the finals here, and you got to give it everything that you have. And I think we got an awesome team here tonight, and I think that's why we shut them out as much as we possibly could.
Flash, were you practicing backstage earlier on?
Oh yeah, we have to do a good warm-up and practice a little bit. And one thing is this great audience. They give their support to all the contenders, all the gladiators, and that is what makes it especially great to be here and to play this Powerball, and I hope they enjoyed the game.
Yeah, we did. We certainly did. Jet, magnificent performance, all of your teamwork.
I think so. I mean, every time I turned around marking the center, these 2 girls had it covered. So I can say to your teammates, you were brilliant. Well done.
Let's hear for our international gladiators, Ice, Flash and Jet.
That's the best defensive team we've ever seen.
After 4 events in the women's final, Kim Tyler of the USA 12, Eunice Huthart of Great Britain 17.
Next up, Paul Field. How's he going to approach this evening?
Tonight, I'm much more motivated. In my heat of my semi-final for the international, I found it really hard to get motivated after winning the British. But I've got my motivation back now. I'm going to really enjoy myself, win or lose. I'm just going to do my best and have fun. Really am.
Using the red balls from Great Britain is Paul Field. And using the blue balls from the USA, 2 scoops of berry. And guarding those baskets are our international gladiators, Huthart, Spartak and Hawk.
Our very own Hunter, Spartak from Russia and Hawk from the US of A.
Over to Larry Thompson.
Great Britain and America, are you ready?
Time to get physical one more time.
Are you ready?
An explosive 60 seconds ahead of us, Mike.
Let's see if the thrill is back for Paul Field.
2, 1.
And it's the fast feet of Wesley, 2 scoops straight to the center basket for 3.
He made 2 gladiators miss. He's got another one. He's got 5 now.
Can't keep up with this guy.
Hawk cuts Wesley down to size finally. And Paul, he's on the scoreboard. Wesley's got another one in the middle cylinder. Paul scores again. John, we need a calculator.
I'll tell you what we do need is to slow this down to see what's actually happening. Faster than the eye can see.
And we still got 30 seconds to go. Wesley again in the center cylinder. Another 3 points. And another 2.
It's oh so easy for Wesley. Look how he moves through them, cuts through the middle again. 3
and
points.
Paul Field is down. He's been hurt. He's been injured. I'm surprised the referees haven't stopped the clock yet. Now they do.
Looks serious to me, Mike.
Physio's taking a look at him. Not quite sure if he had the wind knocked out of him or something more severe, like maybe bruised ribs.
It was Hawk's tackle, I think, or he collided with the basket.
One thing's for sure, Paul Field will go on. He's a top, tough cop, and there it is right there, Hawk with the tackle.
That confirms it.
There are 8 seconds remaining in this game of Powerball. Wait for my whistle.
So 8 seconds remain. Wesley leads 16-4.
2, 1.
Final opportunity here for Paul Field. He's got 1 back. And he's clutching those ribs. Can he score one more time? He does, right before time expires.
And he was in some considerable pain there, holding on to his ribs. What a brave hombre.
Such a good shot to the ribs. He came back and scored.
Cheers, baby. Cheers.
It winds up 16-8. Here's that final goal. You talk about tenacity. Paul not about to give that ball up.
Congratulations, Paul. Firstly, can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, I just got a shoulder in my ribs. Just winded me in this. I thought it winded me. I'm going to go and have a look at see the physio in a minute. Just check my ribs out. They're a bit sore.
Is it getting harder?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah,
Harder than last time?
Yeah, most definitely. At least I got all my teeth this time.
Well done. You got yourself 8 points. 2 scoops. In Gauntlet, you're electric. And in Powerball, you're even faster. Tell us how you do it.
First, I want to say to Paul, I hope that everything goes all right with his side. As far as Powerball, I touch each one of the cylinders because they represent a member of my family, and I try to get enough balls in for each one of my family. So, I think I pretty much did it.
They couldn't keep up with you at all, could they?
I don't think so. It's like a fly passing by the spider web. Just go right through the hole in the middle.
Do you know how many points you got?
No, but if you tell me, I got something for the people. How many?
16 points! First of all, Hawk is a fast guy. Scoops is very fast.
Well, that's fast. We had to go against him in the States, and he's got that cat quickness. I think it was evident in the gauntlet, and it was evident here. I'll tell you what, though, I want to say, my hand goes out to Paul. I'll tell you what, I put a pretty good lick on him. He was diving, I was diving. I want to apologize. It's kind of tough when a kid gets hurt like that. But he came right back. I didn't think he was getting up.
Where did you actually catch him? Was your elbow, or your shoulder caught him?
It was just a good solid hit. He was diving for a cylinder, and I was coming from a tackle on 2 scoops, and it was my shoulder kind of caught him as he was extended. It's a tough break. I feel bad for the kid.
Thanks, Hawk. Hunter. He's fast.
He was skipping all over the place there. I mean, this guy jumps cars. He does, you know, he's all over the place, but you've got to give him credit. He's, you know, he's the man.
Spartak, a word from you.
Olga!
Greg! Hunter! Spartak! And the Hawk!
After 4 events in the men's competition, Paul Field of Great Britain, 33. Wesley Berry of the USA, 36. Event number 5, hit me with your best shot. The duel, one-on-one. The women will start things off on the platform. From Great Britain, Eunice Huthart. And she'll face the firepower of Finnish gladiator, Flash.
And Flash stands 5'6", weighs 11 stone, and it's fair to say that Eunice Huthart, as a martial arts expert, hasn't been exceptional on duel or indeed the bridge.
Can Huthart hit hard?
All will be revealed.
Not bad, but Flash now wailing away.
Took one in the face.
Eunice on the defensive here. 10 seconds to go. Eunice looking for a draw and 5 points.
And landing some good licks on Flash's helmet. She gets the 5.
Up next, Kim Tyler. She's ready to climb the ladder of success.
I think all the competitors that came to compete are very good. I think it takes a lot of strength, a lot of stamina. I think mentally it's very, very enduring as far as taking its toll. Trying to psych yourself up or getting yourself focused is very hard. So having to make it this far, I think it's great. And win or lose, I will be happy just being here. So.
Next to trade blows with Flash, the American Kim Tyler. Over to John Anderson.
Eunice was able to get a draw. Kim would like to get the victory.
And there's no case here against Kimberly for not mounting an attack. She's giving it the full Monty on Flash.
She's certainly aggressive. What a full Monty is, I don't know.
It's Mullering.
You got me again.
And so is Kimberly, mounting an assault on the Flash. And look at that, what a great grip Flash has got, swinging that like a tennis racket.
But this one as well is going to wind up as a draw.
5 points. Look at that wonderful grip as she swings that pugil stick in. Not connecting all the time, but tremendous velocity.
Well done, Kim. That was a great battle. Tell me, did you have any tactics, or was it just a case of putting your head down and go for it?
Actually, I was just trying to go for it. I know she's very strong. She's quick, so I just tried to get as many punches in as I could.
Well done. You got yourself 5 points.
Thank you.
Flash, that was a very exciting contest.
Oh yeah, it was. These girls are real tough. There's no question about it that they are the best contenders in the world, and they are fighting for a big prize. So they are really giving 110%.
Thanks very much. Let's hear it for Flash.
After 5 events in the women's competition, Kim Tyler of the USA, 17. Eunice Huthart of Great Britain, 22. To the men's duel we go, and first up from Great Britain, Paul Field. Doing the honors for the Gladiators, it is the Russian gladiator, Dynamite.
Undefeated. The heavyweight Dynamite, just under 18 stone. And Mike, he could make old Paul Field moan with those sore ribs.
I know he's got him taped up. Grim look of determination against Dynamite. Oh, look at that! What an upset!
Wow.
What an upset!
That's a surprise, Mike.
Paul had the big Russian off balance and then knocked him down. Sore ribs and all.
This guy has got some metal.
What finished off the big Russian? Watch here. Paul, that overhand right. And one for good measure.
Paul, fantastic. Tell us, Paul, you look like you're still struggling.
Yeah, it still hurts. Okay, keeps holding on though, you know. I've got to go now.
Okay, Paul Fields, 10 points.
And if that pain doesn't subside, he may not be able to compete in the Eliminator.
Let's hope he gets better. Well, Wesley has met the dancing bear Dynamite before on suspension bridge, and what a surprise party this was for the big Russian, as Wesley knocked him down and made it to the other side.
Next up to face the Russian powerhouse Dynamite is American Wesley Two Scoops Berry. Over to John Anderson.
On top.
And I tell you what, the big guy has a long memory, John. He hasn't forgotten what Two Scoops did to him. But look at that!
Oh boy, I'm glad it's Wesley dancing and not the bear.
Two Scoops, too legit to hit. And he gave the Russian bear the old matador up there. He just stood out of harm's way. Ole and bye-bye, bear.
Scoops, fantastic. I mean, what were you thinking? We've seen his reputation on suspension bridge and earlier heats. I mean, that man is awesome.
First, I thank the God creator for my health and my strength, and to let the fans know I had to hit him with a 1-2 punch. Feeling real good. Dynamite's a real strong gladiator, and I just had to use his own strength against himself, and it worked out in my favor.
Congratulations, 10 points! Dynamite, what happened?
What did I say about? You're lucky boy.
He's a very lucky boy, you're right. Dynamite!
After 5 events in the men's competition, Paul Field of Great Britain, 43. Wes Berry of the USA, 46.
We're going to have a short break, but don't go away, because you can see some more exciting action here on the International Gladiators!
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena, and in just a few moments, we are going to crown our International Grand Champions. There is, however, a little piece of business to be taken care of, that, of course, the race in the Eliminator. The women will start first, and at the moment, the UK's Eunice Huthart has a 5-point lead. That will give the native of Liverpool a 2.5-second head start on America's Kim Tyler. Right now, John Fashanu is with both women at the start line. John?
Thanks very much, Mike. Eunice, 2.5 seconds head start. You know, on the Eliminator, doesn't really mean much now.
Yeah, that's right, John. Doesn't mean anything until you go through that paper. I've just got one thing on my mind, and that's to be through that paper first.
Kim, 2.5 seconds to make up. Can you do it?
I'm just going to do the best I can, John, and just put forth the best effort, and hopefully we'll see what happens.
That's all we ask of both of you. Eunice, Kim, wish you all the best.
And you can be sure they're both going to give 100%. And there's Sam Kojo. Last time we saw him, he was being carried out on a stretcher from the domestic final. It's good to see he's come to support Eunice. And isn't she focused, Mike?
And with her every step of the way, her daughter Carly. Kim Tyler staring a 2.5-second deficit.
Great Britain, you will go on my whistle. America, you will go on Larry's whistle. 3, 2, 1.
This one for the big enchilada.
I can almost taste it. And so can the crowd. They're so excited.
Kimberly having some problem on that rope. On the hand ladder, though, Eunice has got to cross that, across the rolling beam. Now the cargo net.
And Kimberly's having a bad eliminator.
And it seems like all of Liverpool has come here to cheer on their champion kickboxer. She's now nearly atop the cargo net. That obstacle out of the way.
And Kimberly's going to have to dig deep now, Mike, and find a miracle.
Only a Eunice Huthart mistake will keep her from the championship.
Here's a great view of Kimberly Tyler coming in. Oh, that's a bad landing.
Contenders instructed to land on their bottom, not their ankles. Here comes Eunice Huthart, smoking that travelator. She breaks the barrier. Our 1995 International Champion of Champions.
For Great Britain, I have to say, Mike, she is fabulous. But let's not forget Kimberly Tyler, who has been terrific all the way through this. It's party time!
Well, unlucky, Kim. Never mind. You didn't win here, but you're still a champion in the eyes of everybody watching. Unlucky.
Well, that's all right. He's a great competitor. I tried to do the best I could, and that's all I can ask of myself, so I'm not unhappy at all.
Well done. Let's hear it for Kim from the USA.
It's a sweet feeling, Eunice Huthart. Did you ever think when you began your odyssey about 3 or 4 months ago that you would wind up not only as British Gladiator champion, but international grand champion, Eunice?
No, I just didn't dream it for 1 minute. I just can't believe it. Wow!
Well, take a couple more laps around the arena, let it sink in. Congratulations, and here's your prize. Trip around the world and a lot of dough to go with it. Congratulations, Eunice Huthart from Liverpool, our international grand champion.
Well, let's hope that Eunice can get insurance so that she doesn't have to give this prize away.
Well, after all that action, and before the men's eliminator, we're going to have a timeout.
I knew Russia was cold and impersonal. I like these guys. They're very tough people, very hard, very good, very well trained.
I really had no idea what to expect from the finish. Having got to know them and got to know a couple of their gladiators and contenders, they're a great group of people.
Finland was covered with ice, and the British gladiators were tea drinkers all the time.
I would think of UK very statue-led individuals. They're very proud, very particular, and they want things done in the most specific way because they want it right.
America is a big country. I've been there 3 times, and I know they're nice people.
No other nation resembles the Russians more than the Americans.
Junk food.
Once we got here, I learned that Russians were just like Americans, and Finnish were just like Americans, and the British were just like Americans, and we are all one, and we are all from the same planet. And the nation of Earth should be the only nation there is. We shouldn't have the separate nations. We should have one nation.
The men are set for their run for it all in the Eliminator, and tonight when the international gladiators go to bed, they'll probably have nightmares. Paul Field of Great Britain and Wesley Berry of the USA have been that good. Wes will get a 1.5-second head start because of his 3-point lead. Wes, I guess at this point there's nothing to it but to do it.
That's all it is. Like I said, watch the telly and see fate prove itself.
Paul, the ribs injured in Powerball. You got it through to get 10 points in the duel. What did the doctor say? Are you fit to go?
Yeah, I'm fit to go. Just a little bit of bruising. I'm going to give it my best shot. Never been behind yet. Don't intend to stay there.
Paul Field, Wesley Berry, best of luck. In the Eliminator, one man going on to become our international grand champion.
Both guys have been given the opportunity here on Gladiators to dream the impossible dream.
But for one man, it could wind up a nightmare.
America, you will go on my whistle. Great Britain, you will go on John's whistle. 3, 2, 1.
And one thing to keep in mind, Wesley Berry has the record in this event. He set it in beating Phil Norman 50 seconds. Look at these guys go. They're practically side by side.
And Paul Field ignores the pain as he pumps that handbike, showing off his terrific upper body strength.
Oh, this is so close.
But this is what we wanted from an international final.
The best of the best. Wesley is pushed out a bit further now. Paul struggling somewhat on the cargo net. Wesley coming down the zip line. Paul in hot pursuit.
Will the Travelator cause an upset, as it has done in the last 2 shows?
This is it. Wesley Berry to the top. He has done it. He breaks the barrier first. Paul right there. But Wesley Berry, the 1995 International Champion of Champions.
Paul Field naturally disappointed. He's lost a tooth in Powerball, bruised a rib in Powerball. He's given it all. He's been through the wars, and Eunice Huthart consoles him.
2 scoops, Wesley Berry. From the USA, and now into the stands, a People's Champion.
Paul, fantastic last event. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I did try my hardest, you know. Sorry for everyone out there that did sports. Did my best.
Paul, you don't need to apologise to anybody. You were absolutely fantastic. And here you are. Here's your trophy. A cheque for £2,000. I think you want to say thank you to some of your supporters.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my wife, Natalie, my 3 kids, Jack, Dan and Adam, and everyone else who's coming to sports. Thank you, everyone.
Paul, fantastic. Even though you lost, you're still a winner here on the Gladiators. It's here for Paul Fields.
Wesley Berry, first off, I know you want to say congratulations to one courageous contender, Paul Field from Great Britain. Put it all in perspective. You had to beat 3 men to make it here and win the international grand finals. What's it mean to you?
All I can say is I thank God, but the race is not given to the swift, nor to the strong, but to the one that endured it to the end. I'm here. I'd like to say to Paul, first of all, and everybody that supports Paul, hey, you're never a loser when you come this far. With hurt ribs, I thank everybody, thank Great Britain, I thank Paul.
Wes, your prize, the trip around the world, the cash, congratulations. Hey, Paul, we've seen a lot of great contenders on American Gladiators. You are right up there with the best. Congratulations. How about it for Paul Field of the UK and Wesley Berry of the USA?
I think it's fair to say that on another day, this could have been a totally different story, but both contenders were magnificent.
Once again, our international grand champions, Wesley Berry of the USA and Eunice Huthart of Great Britain. Also, congratulations to 2 great athletes, our runners-up, Paul Field and Kimberly Tyler. Well, that does it from the National Indoor Arena in Birmingham, England. For John Fashanu and all of us, I'm Mike Adamley, and we'll meet again on International Gladiators.
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
Brush up on your squats and burpees weekend mornings. Feel the burn. The competitors of American Ninja Warrior will, that's for sure. Back Saturday at 11, you to challenge. Next over on Pick, new border security, America's front line.